Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have July Gacha Game releases. Now, there's going to be two fairly big ones in July, plus another one that you can get onto for soft launch, plus a few others scattered around in the mix. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to kick it off with Punishing Grey Raven, which is due to launch on the 16th of July. Now, this 16th of July is tentative. They plan to release it on this date, as I understand, if everything lines up and goes well. For pre-registration on this game, it is at 400,000. At 500,000, you do get max rewards, which means we get a skin in the game. Now, this game, very comparable to Honkai Impact, action RPG, but the combat for me is much more dynamic with the color matching sort of combat ability system. You can sort of see it here where you get, they call them orbs, where if you line 3 of them up, it's going to be more powerful. You get chain effects, all that sort of stuff off of them. And they all have different passives, all that sort of stuff. A really, really good action RPG that has been out since 2019 in foreign versions, but finally coming to global, being published by Kuro as well as developed by them. So the reason this game, at least I believe the reason it's taken so long to come to global is because they wanted to do it all themselves. They didn't want to sell it out to a Nexon or something like that. So really keen to see where this game goes. I do have lots of content on the game on the channel already, and I will continue to cover it and probably stream it on the 16th of July. But this is my pick for the month. Personally, I am really excited about this one and can't wait for it to drop. So Punishing Grey Raven on the 16th of July. Keep an eye out for it. Next up, we have Nier Re, which is due to arrive on the 28th of July. Now, fans of the IP will probably enjoy this one as well. I've spoken a bit about this game on the channel before. I think it's going to be a big launch because Square Enix, I feel like they're going to throw dollars behind it and stuff like that. But we'll have to see how the gameplay goes. I haven't played the JP version personally. I've seen some not so good reviews on it. But once again, I think it comes down to whether you're a fan of the IP or not, and whether you're going to like this sort of turn-based system. So I've said it before that I think it's going to be more catered towards fans of the IP who are also gacha gamers who like turn-based combat. I feel like that's the niche it's really going to fill, but apparently it does have a unique story, so I feel like just fans in general are going to want to get involved and see what's happening in the story for the game as well. But like I said, July 28th for Nier Re. As for their pre-register, they're almost at the 500,000, with 600,000 being their max. So once they get there, you will get those summons, and I can't see that being an issue getting to 600,000 when you've still got about 20 days to go. So they should be fine. But once again, Nier Re coming on the 28th. I will definitely check it out. But once again, my main focus is probably going to be on Punishing Grey Raven this month. Next up, we have Atelier online. Now, apologies if I butchered that name. It's a 20-year-old IP that I'm not too familiar with myself. It is due to launch on the 8th of July, which is about 2 days after recording this video. Now, when we look at this one, it looks like a bit of an older type RPG, more traditional. Like, it looks turn-based. We'll jump into the video and show you guys what we're looking at here. So if we jump into this one and we hit play, when we get into it, as you can see, it's the 20th anniversary of the IP. So when we go over to here, it's a bit strange. I'm not too sure how it's going to function. I'm curious to see this. It looks like these skills are like on a timer, but it does look very genuine turn-based with, you know, your turns on the left-hand side. So I'll have to see what those are, and the turns and stuff like that, how it all operates. But this is the thing that's interesting. They've got like the open world that you go ahead and explore, where a lot of gacha games don't have this sort of thing. You know, you've got the fishing and stuff like that. Really reminds me like sort of like, you know, like the old school, like I'm talking like Game Boy Advance, Pokemon style basically of exploration modes and stuff like that. So keen to see how that functions in the game, and what it's all about. So I'll probably give this one a little look, due to the fact that once again it is launching on the 8th of July, and Punishing Grey Raven is until the 16th. And then next up we have I can't even say this word, Aotu World. We have this one coming up, which looks interesting to me. Is launching on the 14th of July, so early July once again. Yeah, you'd call it mid, but who cares? We'll call it whatever we want. Definitely a unique type aesthetic. I always like games with a different sort of aesthetic to them, so not too bad. It is more of, it's like the grid-based RPG, and with Alchemy Stars coming out, it sort of warmed me up to the idea of playing these type of games. This one obviously doesn't have the chaining. As you can see, like this character here, you've got the different spots you can go to launch attacks and stuff like that. So not so much chaining, more traditional grid-based type movement. So you move, you're going to go to attack from there. You can support from different locations and stuff like that. And if we go over to a quick look at the video, we can sort of see what the game is about. Let's jump in here and have a quick look. And like I said, it seems fairly well presented, so we'll have to see. I know a lot of people just rule out things with this sort of aesthetic, but like I said, honestly, I don't mind this sort of aesthetic in games, and it looks a bit more complex in the different sort of scenarios you run into and the different grids that you're going to get. So we'll have to see what that one ends up being like as well. Once again, I'll might get into it for like a first impressions, but once again, even though I do like the sort of unique art, I don't think it's something that I'm really going to stick with. So might do a first impressions and see what it's like and move on from there. And finally, we have Marvel Future Revolution, not getting released till September 30. However, there is a soft launch in Canada. I've actually got a video on the channel. I'll leave linked in the description if you do want to play it now. You can get on this game on the Canada. The thing with this one is turn the VPN on to Canada to get into it, and then turn it off, and you'll get some better connection to it. But action RPG, once again, it seems to be a year of action RPGs. Following the release of Genshin, it seems like everything is trying it. So we do have the Marvel take on it. Now, this game, I have played a bunch of hours into this game. I haven't made any videos because I was on holidays while I was playing it. But it has an amazing story, amazing amount of outfits and stuff for your characters. Has a lot of auto combat, which is convenient, so you can just auto through pretty much everything, except the boss fights are too hard to manual. Too hard to auto, so you will have to throw them on manual, which is always good to have a bit of a challenge. PvP looks a bit iffy for me. I'm not a massive fan of the PvP, which was going to be the clutch point for me. But if you're more of a PvE, story-based, collect costumes and stuff like that, then you will thoroughly enjoy this one, whether you want to play it early or wait till release. Just letting you guys know you can jump on now, get a VPN, play from Canada, and go nuts on the game. So that is going to do it for July Gacha Game releases. Like I said, I am most pumped for Punishing Grey Raven. That is me personally. Don't let me influence your opinion. If you're a big Nier fan, you should get excited for that. Marvel fans, if you really love Marvel, jump into the soft launch of that game. Like I said, you will have a good chunk of fun. But anyway, we will be back next month. Hopefully you guys can find something to keep you busy until then. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.